A quick Weimar Germany quiz. Question number 1. What were the 4 clauses, the 4 terms of the Treaty of Versailles? 1 mark for each of the 4 terms. Number 2. In which year was the Treaty of Versailles signed? Number 3. Which group of people disliked the Treaty of Versailles the most? Question number 4. Now, based upon the group that you've mentioned in number 3, can you please tell me the name of the attempted takeover by this particular group? Ideally, you should also have the date. Question number 5. Can you please tell me why this attempt to overthrow the Weimar Republic failed? Give me one reason. Question number 6. What are the 2 main weaknesses in the Weimar Constitution? Question number 7. How could one of these weaknesses potentially turn Germany from a democracy into a dictatorship? And finally, question number 8. Which person in the government, according to the Constitution, does the President of the Weimar Republic appoint? The teacher can now pause this film and explain the arrangements by which this paper will be marked. Okay, the answers then to the Weimar Germany quick quiz. The 4 clauses then of the Treaty of Versailles. Land, army, money and blame. LAMB. Secondly, the Treaty of Versailles was signed in 1919. Now, obviously, if you're marking any answers that are incorrect, can you please amend this on your paper? Which group then in Germany disliked it the most? Well, we know that both the left and the right wing disliked the Treaty of Versailles. In fact, everyone in Germany disliked the Treaty of Versailles. But the groups that disliked it the most on the right wing were the nationalists, like the army, the Freikorps, the Nazis. They were patriotic, nationalistic Germans. On the left wing, we also know that there were the communists, the Spartacists, and they disliked the Treaty of Versailles intensely as well, along with the Weimar Republic that signed it. So, depending on the group that you've chosen, the Spartacists, the communists, attempted to take over a putsch in 1919, or the right wing, the KAP, led by KAP, the Freikorps, attempted to take over in 1920. And question number 5, for either of these groups, explain why it failed. Question 6 then, the 2 weaknesses in the Weimar Constitution. In either order, proportional representation, the voting system that they had, which was too fair, or Article 48, the clause in the Constitution that said in the event of a national emergency, a president or chancellor could rule without consulting the Reichstag. 7, and how could they, either of these, make Germany into a dictatorship? Well, the obvious answer is Article 48, which, as I just said, enabled the Chancellor or the President to rule without consulting the Reichstag in time of a national emergency. However, the proportional representation could have also be argued helped create the process of turning Germany into a dictatorship, because it allowed parties like the Nazis to have a say in Parliament, a say in the Reichstag, which in systems like the British system they would have never have achieved. So arguably either of those helped contribute to making Germany a dictatorship, but Article 48 is the more obvious of the two. And finally, the last question: which person in the government does the President appoint? The President appoints the Chancellor. Add up the scores, please, and be prepared to feed them back to your teacher.